right, as Walmart captures consumer wallets that are in search of deals, the retail giant is standing out relative to other consumer names. Here with more, D.A. Davidson Managing Director and Senior Research Analyst Michael Baker. Mike, thanks for being here. Obviously, we've been having some fun here talking about Walmart, but it is really interesting that they are saying that really they've seen a stabilizing consumer. Were you surprised by that, or is that kind of in keeping with what you were expecting from Walmart?
They did beat us by a little bit, but we're not surprised that their results stand out. And in fact, that they've been beating the last few quarters, in that their results look better than most retailers. I think what's interesting is there's a lot of news today about how the consumer is still resilient and strong. I think Walmart is taking a lot of market share. So their trends are probably better than the overall consumer environment. They're one of very few retailers that are showing these kind of results. And again, I think it's because of their market share gains.
Michael, right on. I very much agree with you that this is a market share story at Walmart, which brings me to this question. When Target reports next week, their quarter could pretty much be dreadful, no?
Yeah, their quarter will not look as good as Walmart. We know that. Now, the expectations are lower, and Target has comped negatively 4 quarters in a row. So if Target were simply to get to flat, that would be a victory for them. So clearly still losing market share to other retailers, including Walmart. But in terms of the expectations, just being a much lower, just the expectations being much lower, Target could also look good in terms of the stock price, even if their numbers are not nearly as good as Walmart.
Is it too simple to say, Michael, that at this point, Walmart has just become America's supermarket? People are consolidating their trips, and they're going to Walmart, and they're not making that extra trip to a Target, and I would even say a Kroger.
Well, people are going to Walmart, Costco, and Amazon. That's my view. Those are the 3 retailers taking share. Everyone else seems to be losing market share, particularly in consumables, as you said. And in this environment where the consumer, again, we think is still very strapped, the focus is on value and consumables more than discretionary goods. And so that does favor retailers like Walmart, like Costco, like Amazon. Now, each of those companies, including Walmart today, has been able to sell some of the higher margin, more discretionary general merchandise products, but that's because they're getting people into the door with the needs rather than the wants, and then sort of extending them across the aisle, if you will.
Well, Mike, this reminds me of something that our friend Simeon Siegel over at BMO Capital Markets recently wrote about. And he doesn't cover Walmart, but he covers a lot of the other specialty retailers. And he said it's not that people aren't spending money. So it does matter execution when you're talking about these retailers. So I know value is certainly part of this proposition. But what is something like Walmart doing right that maybe some of its other competitors is not? How much of the story is execution?
Well, I think a lot of it. So Walmart is definitely benefiting from the value positioning, and that is certainly helping. But they have done a great job on execution over the last few years and investing in areas like convenience, like a better product mix, a better store layout and store look. So all those things are helping them not only win market share, but keep that market share. And in particular with higher end customers, households earning $100,000 or more. And so we really got to give a lot of credit to the management team. These have been investments that they've been making for years to drive those things. So it's not just by accident. It's not just falling into a time when convenient is resonating with customers. Walmart has really done what they need to do to capitalize on that. And by the way, they've been able to grow their margins at the same time. So when you think about consumers focusing on value, that might make you think that, well, they're only gravitating towards lower prices and that could hurt margins. But Walmart has been able to grow their margins because of these investments that they're making in these other areas.
Let's forget about Walmart for a second, Michael. Looking in the back half of the year, what are some of your top retail stock picks?
Well, let's not forget about Walmart, because that's been one of them. That's been one of our favorite names for the year, and still is. We wrote a report about a week and a half ago where we talked about, we sort of reset our back half themes, and we said that 80% of the retailers that we cover gave back half guidance that called for an acceleration in trends, and that's going to disappoint. So most retailers are going to have to cut their guidance. 2 that we highlighted that would not have to cut their guidance are Walmart. So we saw that. We still like that one. We still like that one. The other one is Dick's Sporting Goods. That's been a great stock, and we think that will continue. They are also taking market share. Their guidance is nicely conservative, such that not only will they not have to cut, we think they could beat. So that's a favorite. And another thing we've recommended and like still is Alta. Now, it has not been a great stock year to date, we know that, but we got a little bit of a boost from Warren Buffett today. We have that in what we call our best of breed bison category, which really takes inspiration from Warren Buffett and looks for these sort of great franchises with moats that the valuation has come down for what we think is a temporary issue, and so we step up our investments in that, and that's been a favorite idea, and we think we'll outperform in the back half of the year.
And we should note Dick's Sporting Goods reports September 4th, and new Warren Buffett favorite and original Michael Baker favorite Alta reports August 29th. Really good insight there. Appreciate it as always, Michael Baker. We'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thanks, guys.